My name is Phil Hans. I am the Vice President of Park District. As you can tell, I was not planning on speaking today, so I'm in my sweats. Jerry deserves more than me in my sweats, so I apologize for that. First of all, I want to thank you for attending. This is something that's near and dear to me, near and dear to many of the people in this room, many of which I grew up playing with, playing against. I see many friends that I'm happy to see here. Champion was my first travel coach back with Sparta when Wheaton was still very, very young in soccer. There's a lot of guys shaking their heads. In fact, I played with Pete and a bunch of guys in this room. Rudy was one of my high school coaches, and right after Champion was one of my coaches, and I played with against Willie, etc., and so many people here. I wouldn't want to name them all, miss one. But we want to thank you for attending. Jerry's sons, I think, are both here, Willie and Charlie. Yeah, you get to make all the smart aleck comments you want later. It's now my turn. But today we're dedicating this indoor synthetic turf soccer field here at Central Athletic Center, which I hopefully has a new name soon, to the Jerry Fajkus Field. And as most of you here today know Jerry, and if you do, you can appreciate the passion and dedication that Jerry has had for the sport. Here's a little history. Jerry moved from Czechoslovakia in the United States in 1956, or to the United States. In '73, he started the Wheaton Park District's indoor and outdoor soccer program when no such program was available anywhere else in DuPage County. Jerry said, "I was trying to keep the kids out of trouble. That's why I began the program." Hopefully he kept some of us out of trouble better than others. But the impact he's had on these kids, including myself, my cousins, when he was trying to keep us out of trouble, has been great and broad. After years of coaching both boys and girls soccer in Wheaton and building a successful soccer program from the ground up, he was asked to catalyze similar programs in Naperville, Batavia, Geneva, and St. Charles. Mr. Fajkus started Wheaton's first travel team for girls in 1975, the Wheaton Rebels. As many of you know, he also coached the Sparta soccer team for the boys, started that program for us when there was no ability for travel soccer. That had to be in the early 70s. Mr. Fajkus's Wheaton Rebels team went on to represent the state of Illinois in the prestigious Robbie Tournament in Ontario. Jerry's students and players now can be found still playing soccer all over the nation and even the world. On July 30th, staff and Commissioner Ray Morrill met with Jerry, longtime soccer coach and founder of the Wheaton Park District soccer program. That was kind of competitive, wasn't it? Because of his impact on the Park District and the legacy of faithful and long-time service to the community, Wheaton and beyond, we propose that we honor Mr. Fajkus with the naming of an athletic field, specifically this indoor synthetic turf field at Central Athletic Center. With this field, we allow our youngsters to play year-round on turf. It's been a great investment for the Park District. It's a great little facility, and I can think of no one, not one person who deserves to have this field named after them more than Champion does. As a personal note, Jerry, you gave us all a lot of confidence to play a sport that none of us really understood as well as we should have back then, as much as we all came to love it very deeply. That's why many of us are here. That's why Wheaton has grown. You're one of the main reasons that Wheaton has grown into a strong hotbed of soccer over the years. People who have never heard your name don't realize that the reason they're able to do the things they are is because of the programs and the intensity and just the love of the game that you started in very many of us. Thank you. I do want to mention the Board of Commissioners who are in attendance. Kim Vanderschaft's here. Terry Mee's here. I don't think there's anybody else. If there is, please scream in. Wheaton Park District staff, we have Mary Beth Cleary, Director of Recreation. Brad Keene, our Athletic Director. Justin Diener, our Athletic Manager. Rob Sheridan, our Athletic Manager. Daryl Houston, the Athletic Supervisor. Sally Oppenheim, Sally, Operations Manager, Dana Mitchell, Data Administrator Coordinator. I want to ask that Jerry please join us along with your family and friends and any Wheaton Park District board members who wish to participate to cut the ribbon for this field and officially kick it off as Jerry Fajkus Field. And before you do, I apologize. As you can tell, I didn't have any prep here. We now have, and if we could, Mr. Fajkus, Charlie, Willie, why don't you come on up first and then we'll cut the ribbon.
Speech.
Yeah, you get to give a speech too.
Great path, no path. He knows where to buy Bill.
Or what floor are you living on? Did you ever hear that one from him about 65 times in practice? Okay, you guys want to take this off? This is a plaque in Jerry's honor. Make a speech, Jerry.
I should say something.
If you wish, only if you wish. Otherwise, we're not willing and no one wants to hear it. Okay.
It's okay.
Maybe by now you know my name, yeah? They used to call me champion. Here's one thing. I would like to tell you how I started my soccer. I was 6 years old, also like the kids here. And I was from a family with 4 boys. And that's how it was. We did not have too much. We were really poor. What happened, I said, Mom, may I go to play soccer, please? No! I should, Ma. I have nothing else to do. No! So finally, she said, okay, take your shoes up and go. No, so I did. Sure, I came with bloody legs, but even so, it was very, very good. I came in a school, they said, we need somebody who wants to play left. Nobody. I said, I do. Yeah. They gave me a pair of shoes, and I was able to play. I played in the school, and it was end because I have nothing else to do, but Hitler was a bad boy. 1938, yeah, he took the Czechoslovakia, and what happened is that we had to do whatever Gestapo said, the time. So what happened is that I was forced to, in school, to learn German. Yeah, I was pretty good. What happened is that next was the Russian moved in and took part of the Czech Republic, and they were not better than Hitler. The Stalin was a really bad guy. I'm not a politician, watch it. But that's how it was. They took me to the Czech army. I served over there 2 years and came back. They sent me on a state to work, and they took my room where I was living. They took it, and you have to move over there between the poor people. I said, okay, I'm home. After a little bit politics, what happened is that they were trying to put me, you call it here jail, yeah? That means they lock you up. What happened is that I took a train, went close to the German border, and on the 1st of January 1949, I was in Germany. Before I crossed, there was many dogs, many guards, border was not so easy to cross, but I came to first a little down on the police. Why can you tell even today? I was perfect German. Yeah, I was talking German. No, they said, okay. They brought, in Chicago, you call it police. Yeah? And they took me into their office. Okay, listen, we need somebody, yeah, who can go and talk to Germans because we don't have anybody. So I was in the office. They put me in school for 3 months, and I was talking German, English. So what happened? By Eisenhower said, you are a pretty good guy. Yeah? We need somebody. So he gave me good education, and I don't want to say that I was spy, but I was really working against the Germans because at that time it was a little bit different than today. It's the Germans were very bad enemies of the U.S. Army. So finally, after 30 months, I was as a corporal in the U.S. Army. I moved to Chicago. In Chicago, I had already a few friends. What happened? Let's go to play for Sparta. Sparta was at that time a really good team. Most of them Czechs. It was in Cicero. So I was in Cicero working for AT&T. After AT&T moved to West Chicago, I didn't want to, but I was trying to go to West Chicago, but I had 2 boys, yeah, and the older one said, we don't go to West. Okay, I said, okay, you don't go to West Chicago. So we found a place, they call it how they call it, the Wheaton?
Yeah.
Okay,
We're here now, right?
oh, I should have been.
No, go ahead.
So what happened at that? Charlie was pretty good player at that time, and Walter Ingley was glad. Jim Pettigrew was a coach, and what happened is that Charlie got some kids, and then I went to Park District in the Wheaton. Mr. Moriel, I said, listen, I would like to start a soccer program. Mr. Moriel said, no, it's too expensive. We cannot do it. We don't have any fields. We don't have any. I said, hold it. How much do you think it will cost? He said, okay, the first $300. $300, that's not bad, okay. If you take kids and they pay $5, we will be able to make a team. And I don't want to tell you anything else because that was too much. And as it looks today, that we do have some good soccer players in the team. I urge you, all parents, try to get kids running and try to do something. Doesn't make any difference if it is soccer, basketball, anything, including golf, doesn't make any difference. So, and that's what happened when I was after all the Susies and all the champions. You have scissors?
Oh, we get bigger, just for you.
I can.
Okay, just make
Boys, coming on this side. Got it? Right. Got it? Hang on. Hang on a second, champion. Champ, you gotta look up. The cameras. Ready? Look up, champ. Champ, look up. That's how much the cut is. He's looking at it. Okay. I was talking too much.
No. That was awesome.
Let these kids play.
I don't have a chance to talk because my wife is talking all the time.
Okay, there are coffee and Danish downstairs for everyone to kind of talk to Jerry and talk to old friends and people we played with, etc. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Thank you, Jerry, for everything you've done over so many years.
Get the kids in here.
It looks sweet. Look at the front. I'm guessing 6. 5, 6, 6. I'm sorry.
That's a champion. That's a champion. That's Susie. Another Susie. Hi, champion.
Oh.
another champion. One more.
All right, let's try to take everybody together with Jerry. All the kids, half on this side, half on this side. Yellow team come on this side. Okay, guys over here. Yellow team come on this side. Blue team come on that side.
Blue team, you need to get over on that side.
Okay, one last picture.
There you go.
One more picture. They're all
the best.
Develop them all equally. Everybody smile, look that way.
Smile. Hey, smile.
When I was 16 years old, he was like my second father. I remember going to, at that time,